start. 15 seconds we think. So it's getting ever closer now. 8,
10,
4, 3, 2, 1. And who has made the best start? Puma certainly in the middle of the course looked good, and they weren't over the line. So Puma make an excellent start ahead of Ericsson 3. Ericsson 4 are next to them, but who has got the wind with Green Dragon as well? All over on the pin end side of the course, the committee side of the course, the committee end Telefonica Blue, Ericsson 3, Telefonica Black have made a poor start, as have Delta Lloyd. What do you make of it, Lisa? So far, Puma did seem to get a lead, but you were right. If you got caught behind the other boats and there was no breeze, Telefonica Black and Delta Lloyd would certainly been caught out by that by the looks. But Puma, Ericsson 4, Green Dragon away well, and Telefonica Blue not far behind.
Well, actually, Telefonica Black and Delta Lloyd did get squeezed right at the end, and they looked like they were just parked on the water as the other boats took off. So they've both had to tack over now on support. They're both slowly picking up speed. I can see a little bit of white water coming off the bow of Telefonica Black, but it takes a long time to get.
And Telefonica Blue, as the carnage has unfolded behind them, particularly on the right-hand side of the course. And now here, Telefonica Blue are going round the top mark. So Telefonica Blue round the top mark. Delta Lloyd are going to be second round, and this is a terrific performance again from Delta Lloyd in port. Now they got hold of one of the top American coaches, didn't they, Matt? This one, was it Ed Adams who's been drafted?
Yeah, fellow navigator Ed Adams but he does a lot of coaching with Judy Bermudez and his TP52 team over in the Med Cup, and they brought him in for a little local knowledge. He's from this part of the world, so I'm sure it's paying dividends, as we can see.
Certainly is at the moment. Telefonica Blue, Delta Lloyd round in second. Ericsson 4 now making their way up to the mark, who will go round in third. Then Green Dragon and Puma. And Puma is stalling past Green Dragon at the moment. Seems to have got the breeze out on that right-hand side of the course, and it's as if all Green Dragon are moving. Puma are, well, you wouldn't say screaming past them, but are certainly much quicker in the boats as they come up to the mark. Ericsson 4 around in third. Puma, almost as if they're furious with what's happened. They're giving hot pursuit to Ericsson 4 after being squeezed out. It will be in fifth place coming round now. Green Dragon from Ericsson 3 in sixth, and Telefonica Black, who made that poor start, then got pushed out to the right-hand side of the course, then the left, and it always seemed to be that the wind would fill in whenever they weren't, will be bringing up the rear in. But that is our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Telefonica Blue, Delta Lloyd, Ericsson 4, Puma. Oh, a heck of a battle between. Oh, what's happened, Lisa?
Well, I think Green Dragon actually gave themselves room to come round and jibe set. As they were jibe setting, Ericsson 3 tried to get inside them, and now they've both gone back. Neither one of them actually got a spinnaker set. Green Dragon's is half open, their headsails rolled up. Ericsson 3's now pinning them out past the lane. I'm not quite sure what's going to come out of this, because I think Ericsson 3 tried to get the nose inside, force Green Dragon back out. So the pair of them are almost in stalemate now at the top mark, allowing Telefonica Black to come up with speed behind them and possibly get around them.
Yes, that was an extraordinary moment, and I was looking one way, and just behind me, happily, Lisa was keeping an eye on what was happening, and still Green Dragon can't get their spinnaker set. Ericsson 4 just tacking now. It does look at Ericsson 3 and Green Dragon are still in real bother, and I think that is going to let Telefonica Black in. If Telefonica Black can actually set their sail, then they're going to be, well, really all over this, and could well find themselves just jumping from 7th to 5th almost immediately. But out in front, Telefonica Blue, Delta Lloyd, Ericsson 4 and Puma, and Riap has just handed me the Deltas. Telefonica Blue round in 15 minutes and 46 seconds, 15:46. Then the split to Delta Lloyd was 21 seconds, 21 seconds to Delta Lloyd, 45 seconds then to Ericsson 4, 45 seconds to Ericsson 4, another 18 seconds to Puma, 18 seconds to Puma, 22 seconds to Green Dragon, 22 seconds to Green Dragon, 5 seconds to Ericsson 3, just 5 seconds to Ericsson 3, and then 25 seconds further back, 25 seconds further back, were Telefonica Black. So a good view of the mark. Telefonica Blue go round the top mark. Telefonica Blue go round the top mark. Congratulations, Telefonica Blue, they're looking good. But Delta Lloyd is snapping at their heels. Delta Lloyd is snapping at their heels. Delta Lloyd go round now, so Delta Lloyd are round as well. And Telefonica Blue and Delta Lloyd, that was a great, stay here I think, Lisa, if we can. Terrific performance though by Delta Lloyd, and Delta Lloyd just seconds behind Telefonica Blue, rounding that mark, and they have put real daylight between themselves and Ericsson 4 in third place, or Puma in third place, but doesn't look as though Ericsson 4 are going to cross in front of Puma. Puma though might have got their nose in front of Telefonica Black. It really descends between themselves and the rest of the fleet. It's a terrific move out onto the right hand side. Matthew called it, he said he'd been talking about it with Chris Bedford. Now Chris Bedford works for the Ericsson teams, so interestingly, didn't look as if they were following.
That's it? Only 2 times around?
Times there, Matt.
2 rounds. Yeah, we'll wait till everyone's around, then we'll put it in.
Well, I wasn't part of their debrief. I got my own.
Probably go around the far way because they're all going to be looking for us on the other side of the
Chris Bedford. We took thermodynamics from the same professor, so we have that to bond over. So I got a private little weather tutorial before it went out, so who knows what the actual advice to its voice were. Well, I'm sorry, Chris, if you are listening, I'm also putting you on the spot.
Come on, guys, look away.
One of those moments. Anyway, here we are. Puma around the mark in 4th place, and they have done well. They've grabbed back that 4th place from Telefonica Black, and that was a very good leg indeed from Puma, as Telefonica Black now come up to the mark in 5th place. And wasn't it? Looks like Green Dragon might have got something back on Ericsson 3, but they've yet to attack and they're going to have to come into the mark, but certainly they're in better shape than they were. And Ericsson 3, Telefonica Blue coming up to the finish line now. Telefonica Blue are coming up to the finish line now. That was the cannon, so Telefonica Blue have won the first of our races this afternoon. Remember to do the maths for this, they will now be given 8 points all the way down, because we started with 8 points in the race. It'll be down to 2 for the team that finishes 7th. We then do the same in the second race, add them all up, and if the scores are level, the team with most points wins, and if the scores are level, it's best result in the second race. Best result in the second race. So congratulations to Telefonica Blue, perfect start in the first of our 2 races this afternoon. They have victory, but the team that's becoming increasingly impressive and increasingly hard to beat is Delta Lloyd, with their first generation Volvo 70. It was of course ABN AMRO 1, who have powered home in 2nd place. Superb from them, and I think we need to get to the finish line, because I reckon Telefonica Black and Puma could be having quite a battle for 4th place at the moment.
Quite fast enough, had to heat up quite high to get it up and going again, so all of a sudden this turned into a pretty close boat race where Puma was in a pretty strong position. We'll see
a little bit the other way. That way? To port?
Puma looks as if they have 4th place done and dusted, but now in come Telefonica Black again. And can Puma just get ahead of them? It looks as if they should be alright, but it's tight. It is tight. Oh, interesting times indeed in the battle for 4th and 5th. Lisa, what did you make of that?
Well, it's quite exciting right to the finish here.
Back to starboard a bit?
Place. Looks like Puma's just managing to roll over the bow, Telefonica Black.
Oh, yeah.
Now to dive again to get to the finish line. Maybe not, they can roll down. They've rolled down over the top of them, so they're heading straight to the chances of the committee vote. And it looks like just in front of Telefonica Black.
Oh, and only just though, Puma really having to work very hard indeed. You can see the grinders going absolutely berserk to try and keep the boat in the right place. And you heard the first horn. Well, we only heard one horn, but I made Puma just finish ahead with Telefonica Black, but by the end, yeah, there we go, Telefonica Black now. So, but what a finish to that race. Puma just holding on, and the guys having to work very hard indeed. Ria whizzes over with the deltas for the finish.